Hello YouTube, Rocky3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. So I got another Power Rangers Megaforce figure. This is the Armored Ultra Mode Red Ranger. Pretty cool. I got the Gosei Knight, or Robot Knight, recently, and he was a pretty cool figure. And I got him for about 16 bucks, but this guy, $9.99 at Target. He was on sale. Really glad I held off getting him, because I saw him at Target today. I went to Target to actually get cards for the trading card game. I got this Target exclusive thing with this Forever Red card. One of two. But yeah, this guy was on sale. Couldn't resist, because the Robo Knight was a really great figure, and come on, this guy should be too. But yeah, he's really neat. Let's take a look at the packaging. So you got Red Ranger in there, surrounded by all his armor and weapons. So he comes with the card, it says, which is up there in the corner. There's a picture of him from the show, and some more merchandising. Picture of him without his armor. Picture of him with his armor. Pretty cool stance. And then you've got him, all his accessories, and then other figures from the line. I only have the Robo Knight, but a buddy of mine has the White Ranger and the Red. So, well, I only had the Robo Knight, so I have these two. My buddy has these two. I don't really feel the need to get them because I'm getting the figure arts for Mighty Morphin. But whatever. And I might pick up the blue. Depends on how much I like this guy. So, let's settle that now, shall we? So here he is, folks. The Red Ranger from Red Ranger Mystic Force. Let's get you a better look at the card there. I don't know how it differs from other Red Ranger Megaforce cards, but I'm pretty sure the ones I've played with don't have infinity on their ability, so yeah, I bet he's a little different than some of the ones I have and have played with. But yeah, he's a pretty cool figure. Does come with instructions for the armor, which I'll show on him in a bit. But first, let's get the detail for his regular Ranger form out of the way. So you can see he's got a pretty decent head sculpt. They sculpted a good bit of the detail in there. Looks great. He's got the dragon. Really clean paint for the most part. So it looks pretty good. He's got his symbol there. Pretty clean too. The real only differences I see from in the basic figure, him in the blue, are the head sculpt and the symbol here. And there's some sculpted differences in the armor and weapons and stuff too, but not that much. He's really over muscular, so he's not accurate muscle wise. But it still looks pretty cool, I think. He's got his belt with his plugs, which I'll show in a bit. Hands. He's got his cuffs. Cuffs down here. White, red, all looks really good to me. So, yeah, that's cool. And then articulation. The head doesn't really go up and down, which kind of sucks, but side to side, plenty. Up and down, forward and back on the arms. Bicep swivel, elbow bend, and then you have a swivel right there, which can also pop off, and then the hands can rotate and move around right there. They also pop off. They're supposed to pop off. I'm not saying they pop off because the joints are bad. I'm saying they pop off because they're supposed to. Then you have kind of a torso joint there. This ball waist joint, which I really like. Forward and back, in and out, and move the legs all around. Got that thigh swivel. And then a knee bend. And then a swivel right there on the boot. And up and down on the foot. So, yeah, pretty decent amount of articulation, especially for American figures these days, you know? Domestics. Imports are where it's at. But still, it's good to find some quality domestics like this guy. Have to say. Especially since Mattel stopped their DC figures. Mattel, why? I know why. Tragic story, really. But that's not what we're here to talk about, is it? We're here to talk about this Ranger, and yeah, so articulation's pretty cool. I just kind of wish he had an ankle pivot, help him stand a little better and do some more dynamic poses. Other than that, totally fine with this articulation. So now, let's check out his weapons. Now, here's the Red Ranger with his basic weapons. I think this is called the Wild Sword. I don't know if that's this sword or the other sword. I've only seen a handful of episodes of Megaforce and one Gosei movie. So, I probably don't even have grounds to buy this figure, but it's really nice. And I plan on watching them eventually, so it's okay. But, yeah, and he's also got this gun thing. But, yeah, so golden gun, really nice. I think that head of the blue one is a bit different. I think it's more shark-like, while his is dragon-like. But all around detail is really great. I mean, the paint job's not too spectacular because it's just a solid gold, but the gold does look good, so I'm not really complaining. And the sword has like this big pad on it. It says like his iPad. And I love the blade. Blade looks great. So I don't really know too much about how the weapons function. I know they use cards to get them, scan their cards. I always like the characters that use cards, like the Gosai, Kamen Rider Ryuki, and Kamen Rider Decade, Kamen Rider The End, all the other riders in Ryuki. Yeah, really nice. So, his weapons look good. Another really cool thing to point out is that his blaster and his Gosai Morpher, which also comes with him, plug into his sides. And while we have a good look at the Morpher, it's just a solid gold. Most of the Morpher itself is gold anyways, but there's also some red and greens on there that they left out. But you know, for a toy of this price, I'm willing to let it go. Another cool thing about this Ranger is you can also take his Gosai Morpher, Megaforce Morpher. I'm going to keep saying Gosai. I can't help it. That's what I saw first. And he's going to hold it in his hand. As you can see, he also comes with two interchangeable palm hands. I think this is the only one that has a peg hole in it though. So, yeah. I think you can only hold it in this hand, because I'm pretty sure the other one is without a peg. Yep, I just looked at it. It's without a peg hole, because my Rubonites is also without a peg hole. But still, that's really cool, and I can dig that. Now, here's our Red Ranger with all of his armor on in his Ultra Mode, and his Ultra Mode weapon in his hand. Gotta say, he looks pretty tight. I mean, he can hold his sword up either way with this end up. Not sure what it does. Haven't seen an episode where he goes into this form. And that as well. Hold it up that way. But yeah, I mean, I think this sword looks really cool. Lots of people might not think so, but I do. It's covered in detail, and the paint job's a bit better than the rest of the weapons. I mean, look at that blade. Got some red up here even. It's not totally bland. And yeah, he does have several changes and only one hindrance to articulation. These shoulders hinder articulation a little bit in the up and down area of going up and down, but you know, they don't really hinder as much as the Knights, the Robo Knights, I think. Sorry, Robo Knight, he's over on my shelf watching me, shaming me. But still, if you move them too far, they will pop off, so be careful about that. But yeah, a lot easier movement with the shoulders there. And then his chest piece looks pretty awesome. It's got his dragon there. Great detail in the face, green eyes, then just leave it completely gold. There's the back. And then you got these cuffs. Just pop his hands off, stick them right on the arms. Pop his hands back on. No big deal. Obviously, he just sits right in his hand. And these cuffs, they just slide him up the foot and put him right there. No big deal at all. I mean, his armor is really easy to put on, so that's fine. And stays on pretty well too, so you don't really have to worry about it just falling off without being provoked. I mean, he's actually a really good figure. Okay, now that we're into size comparisons, I'm going to show this Red Megaforce with some other Red Rangers. Here's the SH Figure Arts Mighty Morphing Red Ranger, which I got at Dragon Con. For an adequate price, pretty good. I mean, no more than I would have had to get him for online. I was hoping I could find him a little cheaper than online, but this is the only one I saw in the dealer's room, because there are like several floors of dealers and I didn't get to look at them all, so yes, the only one I found, so I forwarded the money for it. Worth it in my opinion, but you can hear about that in his review, whether it be up or not. If it's not up, just tell me and I'll get it up sooner, but it might be up by now. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know anything. But yeah, he obviously does not scale up well with this Megaforce figure at all. And Mystic Force Red is even shorter, and this is a Bandai America figure. This is another American figure. He does not scale up well with Megaforce either, so Megaforce doesn't seem to scale up well with your figure arts or your older American Power Ranger figures. I thought I'd show another domestic from a few years ago, just for good measure. Here's the Crimson Zeltrax figure, 2004 Power Rangers Dino Thunder line. Once again, doesn't scale up well. So not only does he not scale up well with your older Rangers, Your older villains are out of scale too. Sorry about that. But guess what is in scale? Ghost Eye Knight, Robo Knight, Power Ranger figure from the same line. Almost the same height, perfect scale. He doesn't have all his armor on. I don't have him displayed with the armor currently because I'm pressed for space and I don't want the armor to fall off and get lost within the confines of this tiny little place. But hey, whatever. I like him just the way he is. I think he looks cool in his skin suit or whatever's going on with him there. But I'm probably not going to display this guy with the armor either. For now. So, well, in my permanent display, he'll probably be without armor and he'll probably be with armor. Just saying. So, yeah, but the only thing this guy's really going to scale up well with are your other Rangers from this line. But he's also going to scale up with some of your NECA figures. I mean, he scales up well with like my Prometheus and Dead Space figures. But you're probably not going to want to display him with those because while he does scale up height-wise and girth-wise, the detail and stuff don't match up. The genres and stuff are weird. So, meh. And he didn't scale up well with the Figure Arts Power Ranger Super Sentai figures, so he's also not going to scale up with your Figure Arts Common Riders or Masked Riders for those of you who are big Sabin fans. But this is it. If you want to scale up with other Power Ranger stuff, this is the only line I can recommend. Just the figures in his line. And I know he scales up well with the Mighty Morphin White and Mighty Morphin Red as well, because my buddy has them, as I said earlier, and he scales up well with them, so he must as well. Science. So all in all, what can I say for the Armored Ultra Mode Red Ranger from Power Rangers Megaforce? Well, he's really cool. In all honesty, I hope this line continues. I would like to see a full team. I know it's not gonna happen, but I'd like to see a full team. We have blue. I can believe getting black, but pink and yellow will probably never happen. I'm just saying, that probably will never happen. I might get the blue if I can find him for a decent price. I probably don't want to pay full price for him, but if I can find him for $9.99 again, who knows, you know, I'd be willing to pay that for blue and get blue as well. It's just not that much of a difference, and if they aren't going to make a full team, I kind of really don't see the point in getting blue as well if he's not going to be that different. Some different sculpting on the gun, head, and chest armor, and then, you know, a different symbol on the chest without the armor. Different card as well. That's really the only difference. And yeah, he did come with that card, which is great because I do play the game, so that's awesome. He came with lots of really cool weapons, this cool armor. He looks good, he's got good articulation, scales up well with the rest of his line. He doesn't scale up with the older figures, but he's not supposed to, and you're getting more for your buck with this guy anyways, because he's big. He's a big figure. The sheer size, you know, makes him worth it. He's 7-inch scale. Really nice. But yeah, if you have any other questions about this figure, just ask in the comments below. I'm probably going to have to give him a 4 out of 5, though. I mean, he's a great figure. Not perfect. He could use some ankle articulation, you know. But there's just a few little tiny other little nitpicky things. Maybe some more paint detail and etc. But he really is a great figure. 4 out of 5, I think, is a pretty accurate score for him. But yeah, ask more questions about him in the comments if you want. You can ask questions about Power Rangers in general, the ones I can answer. I haven't watched that many Sentais. I've watched more Power Rangers, because, you know, I grew up with that, so. I've watched Kamen Rider in Japanese all the time, though. But yeah, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Check out the Robo Knight figure review, which I should be putting up before this one, so be sure to check that out. And, yeah, just lots of other videos and stuff, too. My other channels. Just thank you all so much for watching this and supporting me. And if you watched any of my other stuff, thank you for watching all that too. So, yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. Armored Ultra Mode Red Ranger of Power Rangers Megaforce. Highly recommended if you guys love Toku, Power Rangers, Super Sentai, just all kinds of stuff. So, that's it, and I'll see you all later.